Right now at noon, the Badgers preparing for their quarterfinals matchup in the Big Ten tournament. We're live in Minnesota with the latest. Plus, a Georgia judge ruling on whether DA Fani Willis can remain on her election interference case against former President Trump. What the judge decided about the case moving forward. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Josh Spreiter. First at noon, Wisconsin men's basketball gearing up for their quarterfinals matchup in the Big Ten tourney. The Badgers turned their sights on Northwestern this afternoon after beating Maryland by 31 points. News 3 Now's Andrew Banstra is live in Minneapolis ahead of tip-off. Hi, Andrew.
Josh, how incredible was that game yesterday? Honestly, at points it was really hard to believe exactly what was going on. John Blackwell and A.J. Storr were absolutely fantastic, as was Stephen Crowell. But honestly, the craziest part was Wisconsin was up 21 points at halftime and then went on a 14-0 run to start the second half. Think about that. That means they were up 35 points with 15 minutes left in the game. They go on to win the game by 31 points. That is the third biggest win in Big Ten history. A truly incredible feat. Wisconsin shot the ball incredibly. And now looking at the future for this Wisconsin team, of course, today we're looking at Northwestern. Wisconsin a favorite in this game. Wisconsin obviously the 5 seed in the tournament. If they win today, they get the winner of Purdue and Michigan State, who are playing right now. They're at halftime, and really what we need to focus on is the Badgers. If we're looking for a win today, it's that same core trio. John Blackwell, A.J. Storr, and Stephen Crowell look to play through the post, and this Northwestern team, Josh, is good, but it's going to be a fun one here in Minneapolis.
Let's go, Bucky. It's going to be a fun afternoon. Andrew, looking forward to your reporting later on today. Andrew, live in Minneapolis for us. A little milder heading into the weekend. First Warn meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Nice to see a little sun today again, Jacob.
Yeah, today is actually pretty nice. Not as mild as it was earlier in the week, but the sun is shining and there's pretty much no wind at all out here. So the temperatures feel warmer than what they actually are. Now, looking at the actual temperatures, it's 45 degrees, but I got to tell you, it feels like it's in the 50s right now with the little wind that we're seeing. As we look at the temperatures across Dane County, mostly in the middle 40s, and across our area, we're also in the 40s with a few locations getting close to 50. A lot of areas will likely see the 50s before the day is over, and we certainly aren't going to see any rainfall today. And if we look at the current radar, pretty much all of Wisconsin dry at this point. But we did see plenty of rain yesterday, and because of it, we are even further above average so far this month. And since the beginning of the year, we are actually above average as well. Now, Madison specifically registered 0.99 inches of rain, so just a tick below a full inch, and because of that we are now pretty much an inch above average for the entire year, and we were already above average for March up until then. But this is only for Madison, areas north of Madison, which are also the locations more under the drought right now. You folks are actually seeing a deficit so far this year. As we look at the temperatures across our area, this is the forecasted highs, middle to lower 50s with more sunshine through the afternoon. But unfortunately, this will probably be the best day over the next 10 days. So I'll talk more in detail about that coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. This afternoon, we'll find out how much a local contractor who scammed his customers will have to pay. It's a case News 3 Now has investigated for years. In 2023, Tyler Hansen of Fort Atkinson pleaded guilty to charges of wire fraud and money laundering. Prosecutors say he used customers' money for personal expenses for at least 2 years. Hansen's accused of stealing more than $800,000 on top of the money he has to pay. Hansen will spend 7 years in prison. Right now, UW-Madison is making students aware of a sexual assault at a fraternity just off campus. Students received a crime warning email Thursday. In it, UW says the assault happened early Friday, March 8th. This was at a frat on Langdon Street. The victim and the offender know each other. The incident wasn't reported to UW-PD, but News 3 Now has reached out to them regarding any potential investigation into the reported assault. Remember, if you or someone you know are the victim of sexual violence, there are resources available to help. You can call the RCC Sexual Violence Resource Center in Madison. That 24-hour hotline number is on your screen. You can also find it in this story at channel3000.com. A Fulton County judge ruled today that District Attorney Fani Willis may stay on the case, charging former President Trump and his allies for trying to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. But as Natalie Brand reports from Washington, this is only if Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade steps aside.
Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee says he's giving the state of Georgia two options in its criminal case against former President Donald Trump and co-defendants. He says DA Fani Willis may choose to step aside along with her office, or Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade can withdraw.
This is all about ensuring that when we look at this case and we look at how and when it proceeds to trial, that we feel confident in the process.
In a 23-page decision, Judge McAfee wrote reasonable questions about whether the district attorney and her hand-selected lead special assistant district attorney testified untruthfully about the timing of the relationship further underpin the finding of an appearance of impropriety and the need to make proportional efforts to cure it.
It's saying I will not preside over a case where the legitimacy of the case is in question.
The request to disqualify Willis and Wade came from one of Trump's co-defendants. He alleged the pair improperly benefited from a romantic relationship. Attorneys for other co-defendants supported the move.
I personally feel like the entire office should have been disqualified.
Trump's attorney, in a new statement, said he respects the court's decision but will continue to fight to end this case. While Judge McAfee is allowing it to go forward, he criticized Willis for what he called a tremendous lapse in judgment and, quote, the unprofessional manner of her testimony last month.
It is a lie. It is a lie.
She took the stand to defend herself in the matter, acknowledging a relationship with Wade, but arguing there was no conflict of interest. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The timing for the Trump trial remains uncertain, but a Trump appeal could push the court date until after November's presidential election. Meanwhile, House Republicans are considering ending their impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Right now, they lack the votes to impeach the president. Instead of moving forward with impeachment, Republicans are discussing whether to end their investigation by sending criminal referrals to the Department of Justice. Much of the investigation focused on Hunter Biden. The president's son was at the center of allegations and theories that his father used his position to benefit the family's business dealings. But the closed-door deposition of the president's son failed to deliver the smoking gun Republicans were hoping for. Well, get out your green T-shirts. I've got the green tie on today because St. Patrick's Day weekend is upon us, and in Madison, the annual St. Patrick's Day parade will actually be on the holiday this time of round. This starts at 1:30 in the afternoon at the intersection of North Pinckney and East Mifflin Street. The route will head counterclockwise around the square. With a big turnout every year, you'll want to arrive before the parade starts at 1:30 to get good parking, of course. In total, this is the 24th time Madison will have a St. Patrick's Day parade. Well, this weekend, AAA is offering up free rides home for folks who've had a little too much to drink. It runs from 6 p.m. today to 6 a.m. Monday. The Tow to Go campaign offers a free ride home for potentially impaired drivers and their vehicles. However, AAA asks that the service is to be used only as a last resort. To set up a call, just give Tow to Go a call at the number on your screen, 855-2-TOW-TO-GO. Quick programming note, next Wednesday we will be carrying the Bucks and Boston Celtics game right here on WISC-TV, Channel 3. The Bucks game starts at 6:30, so Survivor and The Amazing Race will be on Television Wisconsin. That's 3.2 over the air. Survivor begins at 7, Amazing Race starts at 8:30. Once the game is over, Amazing Race will come back on air in progress and continue on TW. If you can't access TW, you can watch CBS primetime programming the next day on CBS.com. Well, still ahead for us on this Friday afternoon, Uber and Lyft say they plan to stop operating in the Minneapolis metro area. Also, why Best Buy is recalling thousands of air fryers in the U.S. and Canada.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Moving forward.
The Lucky Streak sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. We're offering our biggest savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $2,000 instantly on 4-piece kitchen packages. Plus low monthly payments with up to 60 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Garage doors don't like the cold weather, but if it breaks, Precision Garage Door is always ready.
Does not matter if it's raining or snowing or any kind of other weather conditions, we're going to get it done on the same day. We know how important that is to our customers.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
I would end the day with sore feet, sore legs. The drugstore inserts that I was purchasing were really not very useful at all. I walked into the Good Feet store and the guy kind of grinned at me and said, I hear that a lot. I was living with chronic pain before going to the Good Feet store. Now I don't really have that problem. I'm able to do the things that I expect to be able to do, even at my advanced age. I feel pretty good about what's going on.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying...
He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win.
How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Give your home a fresh look with wall and floor tile from Mohawk. Porcelain tiles are waterproof, scratch and stain resistant, and designed to stand up to everyday messes. Point Park tile is $159 each after rebate. Complete your tiling job with professional quality mortar and grouts from Tech. Perfect for any tile project. Stain resistant power grout never needs sealing. Only $19.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Catch the Bucks on broadcast TV when they clash with the Celtics on your new local home for select Bucks games. Watch as Giannis and the Bucks ship up to Boston to tangle with one of the top teams in the league in an Eastern Conference showdown. Don't miss it when the Greek Freak gets unleashed. Bucks, Celtics, on your new local home for select Milwaukee Bucks games. Wednesday at 6:30 on WISC TV3.
Ashley's biggest anniversary sale is on now. Pick up your scratch-off ticket in-store for huge bonus deals. Plus, flexible payments with up to 60-month special financing. Save up to 79% on special buys and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
Uber and Lyft say they will cease operating in the Minneapolis, Minnesota metro area by May 1st. The move comes after the city council there overrode the mayor's veto of an ordinance that boosts rideshare drivers' pay. Lyft says the measure makes operations there unsustainable, while Uber warns the move would put thousands of people out of work. Best Buy is recalling more than 280,000 air fryers in the U.S. and Canada over a possible fire hazard. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the company has received 24 reports of Insignia air fryers and air fryer ovens overheating, melting, and glass shattering. That includes 6 reports of the appliance catching fire. No injuries or property damage have been reported. Owners are warned to stop using the air fryers and to file a claim online to receive a refund. And if you're feeling lucky this St. Patrick's Day weekend, there are 2 chances to win more than $500 million. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is now more than $790 million with a cash option of $381 million. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is up to $600 million with a cash value of $293 million. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's the latest stock report. Not so good on this Friday. We're in the red. Dow down 284 points, NASDAQ down 197, and the S&P 500 down 40. Our call for action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. We have today's egg prices straight ahead, and Jacob's tracking your first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, Will Loper has a rundown of the newest shows to stream this weekend.
Do you feel stuck in a cold and drafty home? Well, there's a better solution than just turning up the heat. Because heating your home is by far the most expensive part of your energy bills. At USA Insulation, we fix cold homes. Most houses are built with builder's grade insulation. So when we fill your walls with our high efficiency foam, your house stays warm without turning up the heat, which saves you a lot of money. And right now, we can insulate your home for as little as $99 per month.
USA Insulation.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
BMO.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Our community is full of wonderful, giving people. Tell us about the good you see. Go to Channel 3000 or post it using the hashtag #DoSomethingGood. I'll share your stories on News 3 Now. Let's do something good.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. I want to learn. I'm stepping it up for St. Patrick's Day. And give it up for Boris Culture! It's our lucky day.
I definitely feel the love. I love you guys back.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back. Pam Yaki from the Midwest Farm Report is out of the radio barn today. She'll return on Monday. So here are your farm numbers. To your first warn weather now. You may want to bundle up for St. Patrick's Day this weekend. Here's Jacob with the full forecast.
Thanks, Josh. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for today and the weekend. It's going to remain above average today with temperatures in the 50s, but it's going to feel a little bit warmer than that because we're going to see a lot of sunshine and little to no wind. But the wind is expected to increase for the weekend, and that will also cool things down, especially by the time we get to Sunday and Monday. So here's a look at the forecast for this afternoon. Highs will be in the lower to middle 50s. We will see a few clouds, but for the most part, we're going to see sunshine throughout the day and pretty much a 0% chance of any rainfall. Looking at the overnight lows, we are going to see clouds develop overnight, and that will make way for some mild low temperatures as some locations may stay in the lower 40s. Now for tomorrow, temperatures are going to be in the lower 50s again, but because of the cloud cover and windy conditions, it won't feel as nice as it does right now or for the rest of today. By the time we get to Sunday, the actual temperatures will be colder with highs in the upper 30s, more windy conditions and more cloud cover. but we're not really expecting a lot of precipitation. But if you have any outdoor plans for St. Patrick's Day, if you're attending the parade, definitely bundle up. It's going to be a cold one. And in general, that's going to continue for the most part. Now, it'll be in the 30s Monday, but we're only going to rise into the upper 40s by the middle of the week. And by the time we get to the middle of next week, the average high will be around 45 degrees. So we're talking about temperatures just slightly above average, and then they'll drop back below average by the time we get to next weekend. So in general, we're kind of looking at a cold trend starting on Sunday. Now, for the next 7 days, we really aren't expected to see much in form of precipitation. We have a slight chance of some snow showers Sunday night and then again next Thursday night, but really we are going to remain dry. Now, before I show you the 10-day forecast, let's take a look at some weather photos of the day. This first one was sent in by Jolene from Prairie du Sac. That is a beautiful sunset. Every time I look at the sunset, it's never this good. So maybe I should keep trying until I get a view this nice, because this sunset is just gorgeous. Thank you, Jolene, for submitting your photo. Here's another photo sent in to us from Madison. This was sent in by Tom. Another beautiful sunset here. Could be a sunrise, but nonetheless beautiful. As we take a look at how to submit your photos, you can do it at our website. Go to channel3000.com, click on the weather tab, scroll down until you see post your own, and give us the location and your name. Now here's a look at that 7 to 10 day forecast. We are going to be pretty dry, just a slight chance of some snow showers Sunday into Monday, but if it does snow, it's not going to be much. Temperatures are going to be in the middle 40s by the middle of next week, and then towards the end of next week, we are expected to see some rain, maybe some snow, possibly even some freezing rain. Now, it's too early to say that for sure, but we are expected some precipitation during that time frame. Nonetheless, we'll have some more details on that system as it gets closer. But enjoy this afternoon, even though it's not as good as it was earlier in the week. This is probably the best day for quite some time, as temperatures won't really reach the 50s after tomorrow, and tomorrow it's going to be pretty windy.
Well, there you go. I'm going to get the car washed this afternoon. I feel like it's a good day.
Did you get your car washed yesterday?
Yeah, kind of, but I'm a little OCD, so not clean enough for me.
That's okay.
All right, Jacob, thank you. New at noon, when most people check into a hotel, they expect to relax, but one place offers guests the deepest room on the planet, and getting there is half of the adventure. CBS's Ian Lee has that story.
The Welsh countryside offers stunning vistas. Rugged peaks frame sweeping landscapes. From the Deep Sleep Hotel, you'll see none of that, but it's no less spectacular.
You want it nice and snug, so not too tight that you will give yourself a headache.
At check-in, guests get a hard hat, headlamp, boots, and a mountain guide. The journey, about 1,400 feet down to the world's deepest hotel, takes nerve.
Yeah? Bye.
Descending into dark caverns, navigating flooded tunnels, ziplining across a vast abyss, and squeezing through some pretty tight spaces.
This is an old Victorian bridge, at least what's left of a bridge.
For more than 200 years, miners extracted slate from this mountain, much of it by candlelight, creating a maze of tunnels.
It goes miles that way and it goes miles that way. Yeah, huge place.
After 4 exhausting hours, we finally reached the hotel.
Honestly, it's just blown my mind. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Guests sleep in climate-controlled cabins, and groundwater helps to generate electricity.
Wi-Fi in here, if you've even got a toilet in here.
All the modern amenities.
Exactly, yeah.
Running water comes from a spring, but there's no shower, and dinner comes in a pouch.
You can't pass this up, surely. I don't think you can.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
An opportunity that takes deep sleep to a whole new level. Ian Lee, CBS News, underground in Wales.
So the price tag to get some deep sleep in a cabin for 2 is nearly $500 a night. Well, still to come, Howard has a suggestion on what to make for St. Patrick's Day in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
When your neighbors get a whiff of the Irish stew that we're whipping up today, they'll come knocking on your door.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
What's your lawn care plan for the summer? Having a Maple Leaf lawn care maintenance program means a better looking lawn and more free time for you. Check our website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
Have you given any thought to what you're going to make for St. Patrick's Day? Sure, you can go with the traditional corned beef and cabbage, made either in a slow cooker or pressure cooker. We have recipes for both of those on our website. Or you can try something new, like the recipe I'm sharing with you today. I got it while I was visiting a small pub in Ireland. All we do is saute some stew meat along with some bacon until the meat is browned. To that, we add some dark Irish beer, a good amount of beef stock, some minced garlic, and a few spices before covering it and letting it simmer. After a bit, we add some baby carrots, celery, and onions and let it cook until the meat is fork tender. And then, to thicken it up, we'll whisk in a flour and water mixture and give it a good stir. It doesn't get any easier. When this is served with some crusty bread for Dunkin', boy, are you in for a treat. You see, the bacon gives this just the right amount of smokiness, while the beer tenderizes the meat and adds lots of richness. To get our version of the beef and Guinness stew that we had while we were in Ireland, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a truly authentic way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Jacob with a final check of your first warn weather.
Thanks, Josh. We are going to see some comfortable conditions this afternoon, but conditions won't be this nice for quite a while, as we'll see similar temperatures tomorrow, but it will be windy. Then it will cool down for Sunday and Monday. It'll rise back up into the upper 40s for the middle of the week, but not as nice as we will be today. And then towards the end of the week, we are expect to see some rain and possibly snow. It does look pretty likely that we'll see some form of precipitation, but there's still a lot of uncertainties, so we'll have more details as it gets closer.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Be safe this weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you next week.